It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Portland Trailblazers at Moda Center. Taking a look at the Trailblazers, it's an opportunity for them in a top-tier matchup to rise to the occasion. These are the measuring stick games that push you to take your game to the next level. And Philly head coach Brett Brown, a disciple of Popovich, goes from lots of winning with the Spurs to lots of losing with the Sixers. But Shaq, they are turning things around.
Yeah, Ernie Brown stayed loyal. He trusted the process. Now he gets to reap the reward. And when the Sixers are fully healthy, they remind me of me and Kenny when we're fighting. Dangerous.
Yes, sir. It wasn't easy, but the franchise stayed focused and the player development is superb. And this is a team that could compete for a long time, Ernest.
And now let us send it down, Kenneth, to Kevin Harlan as we approach tip-off.
Soaring high above the Willamette River towards our location tonight in downtown Portland. We are live in Portland as the Trailblazers are about to go into this interconference contest. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. And it's another road game for the 76ers. Looking at the first half of the season, it's been one they've been very proud of. They have a lot of confidence so far.
This is a team with high expectations, and they don't end with the regular season.
Yeah, now the real work is about to start. They've got themselves in a good position with the playoffs coming up. Now it's time to take their play to another level.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Guys, Joel Embiid is listed at 7 feet, but at player introductions, they say 7'2" center, Joel Embiid. Now, Brett Brown says when you stand next to him, you understand the difference between 7 feet and 7'2". He's a big man, Kevin.
He is tremendous size and skill to match to you. Thanks. And this one promises to be a battle inside, C-Web. Both of these teams very physical underneath on the glass, getting rebounds.
Oh, man, yeah. You got to be ready for this wrestling match in the paint because every missed shot, it'll be fought for. Hard-nosed bangers on both sides. Bring your hard hat.
Let's get a nice clean game, huh?
So Philadelphia will get the first possession. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. And so in the game for the 76ers, they've got Tobias Harris. Simmons is out there with Richardson. Then there's Embiid, and it's Horford in at the 4 slot. And the basket by McCollum.
He creates so much offense. I mean, Lillard puts intense pressure on the defense to react.
Richardson kicks to Simmons. And too long on the shot. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. It's a 3-point game, and this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just two powerhouse teams facing off.
I mean, who knows? If you want to look all the way ahead to the finals, it's possible these teams could see each other there. So both teams looking to make a statement in their first meeting of the season.
Simmons feeling it out a bit. Buried from 15 feet out.
You gotta at least contest Simmons from the mid-range. I mean, he has the touch to be effective from there.
For Portland, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. And he uses the glass on the layup. McCollum's got 5 now.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
Shoots it up. Here's Simmons. Nurkic with the block.
Oh, this is the impact Nurkic makes on the defensive end. Effective at reaching out and stifling shooters.
So for the Trailblazers, their last game, a loss to the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, they lost the momentum, and it's a bit surprising that that one got away from them, because for long stretches, they were the better team.
And those are the games that really hurt. I mean, you're playing well, the effort's there, and in the end, it still isn't enough. Wow, he just does everything right there except hit the layup.
To the middle. And finished off by Collins.
McCollum is always aware. Fantastic skipping the ball over to the open man.
For Philadelphia, they've gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. And Rodney Hood getting traded last season in part because, Greg, he was due for a big contract this last summer.
And you just knew Hood would be a player a lot of teams threw offers at this year. Rare to find guards as tall as Hood who can shoot the way he can, just entering his prime. And the contract this team gave him might be a bit of a gamble.
One shot.
But it's one that could pay off in a huge way if he keeps improving.
That free throw good from Hood. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Pass to Simmons. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
And you see how comfortable Simmons is. I mean, he has the size and touch to be effective down there.
McCollum against Richardson. Now McCollum, we saw him with 29 points last game. Pass to Collins, 6 to shoot, pulls it from 20. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. The 76ers trail by 4. To the paint, stolen by McCollum. Hood finds Nurkic, and Embiid with the block.
Well, you got to be careful around Embiid. When he's around, he's capable of coming up with these blocks.
Out to Harris. This one for 3. No good on that one. Now Portland takes it the other way. Here's McCollum. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And the more we see from McCollum in the NBA, the more his edge, Chris, comes out game after game. He is a fiery competitor.
Well, I love that McCollum will get right in the face of the opposition and talk right back. I mean, he backs up what he says with this game, so why not? It's rare to see a hard-nosed guy like McCollum play with such an edge.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. McCollum. Well, we're about halfway through the season now, Chris, and you can see the mental grind getting to some of these teams and in some of these players.
Yeah, this is why leadership, and especially veteran leadership, is so important. You got to keep guys focused, motivated, and ready to play. Yeah, the season is long. It will wear you down. You have curveballs thrown at you every day. It is a mental grind, a mental toll. But how can you keep that focus through all of it? That's the big question, and usually you lean on those veterans in the locker room.
The shot's good. 6 points for Ben Simmons.
Great to see Simmons knock it down from there. I mean, his jump shot must keep improving.
McCollum with the ball. He has 7. Whiteside inside. Embiid's there. Whiteside, no good.
The active defense making things very hard on him as he goes in for the layup.
And the call will go against Anthony Tolliver. That's his first foul. James Ennis, he'll check in for Richardson. Here's Simmons. He's coming off a 22-point game against Utah. He kicks it to Horford. Now here's Ennis. Guarded closer. Just 4 to shoot. Over McCollum. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Trailblazers leading by 4. A 3-ball. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And it's Harris with the ball for the 76ers. Right wing. Embiid, the pass to Harris. Lillard against Simmons. Passes it to Embiid. Harris outside. Embiid trying to break loose. That's good from Harris on the assist by Embiid. Harris has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Well, with Embiid, the only thing that is going to slow him down, or has slowed him down so far, C-Webb, is injuries.
You know, people forget that Embiid would have been the top pick in this draft if he was fully healthy. I mean, too often do great big men have their careers derailed because of injuries. Embiid, though, I think Embiid has overcome his rough patch of health. I mean, I think he's going to be a monster as long as he stays on the floor.
And Portland making a change here. Bazemore is checked in. Mike Scott's checked in for the 76ers. Gasol kicks to Tolliver. Over Harris. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
You can't leave anyone uncovered around Simmons. I mean, he's fantastic at seeing when one of his guys is open.
And it's Lillard missing. The 76ers lead. Here's Simmons. He's got 6. Shot by Ennis. Nobody around. Offline with his 3.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Lillard dishes to Tolliver. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. Almost halfway through the season, let's check out the standings out west. Take a look at the Warriors. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in that #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And, of course, the Trailblazers. They have a lot of ground to make up.
And when you look at Portland, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed. And that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
Yeah, they'll be there in the playoffs. I'm sure of that. It's just a matter of how high they'll be seated.
Now here is Harris. Boy, he was something else against Utah.
Yeah, and checking out some stats here for Ben Simmons. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. 2nd in assists, 6th in field goal percentage, and he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And going back to him being 2nd in assists, it's his ability to control the pace of the game, his peripheral vision. That makes him such a great floor leader. Portland no good that time either. The 76ers have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Harris's shot is good.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against the Jazz in Salt Lake City.
And always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
Well, also great execution. Let's not forget about that. Being active gets you only so far if you lack the discipline. Not a very consistent quarter for him in terms of his shooting.
The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 3rd assist on the night.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. And Ben Simmons, who missed the first season in the NBA with an injury, boy, Greg, was he worth the wait.
And you knew he'd be a special kind of player after being taken 1st overall. But he is so unique in how great of a player he is. His ability to command attention on offense without having a great outside shot really is something you just don't see in today's NBA.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Joel Embiid. Korkmaz comes in for Tobias Harris. And it's Burke in for Ben Simmons. Now here's Lillard. No points in the game yet for him. Bazemore finds Whiteside. Good on the shot.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Now here's Burke. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Ennis misses.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Here's the floater. Bazemore gets the bucket. Bazemore's got his first bucket in this one. And here is Burke. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's on Damian Lillard.
Last year was a season of up and down for the Blazers. I mean, when you think about it, they won their division title for just the 2nd time since 2000, 3rd overall in the West, but were blindsided by the Pelicans and swept in the first round.
And that one falls for Burke. And that first-round exit for the Blazers really overshadowed, Chris, the good they accomplished in the regular season.
And that's a shame because they had a fantastic year overall as a group. I mean, they had a late-season surge in March to secure the division and 3rd in the West. They don't necessarily have the talent of other teams. They're in a small market, but those are the breaks in the NBA. I'm sure this group will be out with a chip on their shoulder because of it.
Now here's McCollum. 7 points in the game. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Let's take a look at the players that have been grabbing rebounds in bunches to lead the NBA over the last 10 games. The 4th spot held by Hassan Whiteside.
When it comes to rebounding, it's been a stupendous stretch for him. He's been using his body and strength so effectively.
2 shots.
They throw good. McCollum. And Chris, you spent time here with the 76ers in your career and led them to a postseason run. How much does the city bond when that happens?
Well, I tell you what, I love my time in Philly. I mean, I was injured late in my career, and I got so much love. If you play hard, they'll give you love. If you play hard, they'll respect you. I mean, seeing that here with both the 76ers and their football team, how they go all out, how they give you that love, and their baseball team. I mean, they were 3rd in attendance, and fans don't get enough credit for their love of the team. Yeah, they can be cool at times, but when you win, they love you, and they go all out.
Philadelphia's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Poked away. Korkmaz passes to Burke. Dishes to O'Quinn. Just 5 to shoot. Now here's Ennis. He's guarded by McCollum. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
I mean, the truth is, if you play long enough, sometimes you're going to have a bad quarter, even a bad game. I doubt that this shakes his confidence.
Here is Tolliver. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Lets it fly. McCollum, no good. And the foul called on Scalabissiere. That is his first foul of the game. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Hood's checked in. The 76ers trailing. Now Burke. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Bazemore. Here's Whiteside, and the jam by Whiteside.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for the 76ers. And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. The back-to-the-basket scoring obviously more uncommon these days than it was in the past. Can we even say now with any kind of certainty, Chris, who has the best hook shot in the game?
The best hook shot in the game by far, still belongs to Tony Parker. No, he is not a big man, but he did lead the league in paint scoring when he was in his prime. Now a little bit older, he can still get to it. When Tony Parker gets in that paint, Kevin, he has the best jump hook. When I played in the game, the only guy that I respected their jump hook as much as mine was his jump hook because he would float it over bigs so easy.
No kidding.
Oh, no kidding, Kev. He still has the best jump hook floater in the game. That's right, that man Tony Parker.
Yep, it counts. The 76ers trail by 6. Now the pass to Scott. Back to Burke. Kicks it to Richardson. They need this. It's stolen by Labissiere. And they're running. Here's Hood. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And now it's an 8-point Portland lead.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Burke dishes to O'Quinn, and it goes down 2 points. O'Quinn's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And Bazemore kicks to McCullough. He feeds it to Labissiere. Richardson against Hood. And Whiteside sends it back. And he recovers it. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And here again, the Trailblazers in transition. Up the court they go. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now, here's Burke. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
He got pretty much a free run to the hoop right there. They might just count those as automatic points.
We've got 28 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Hood finds McCollum. And stolen by Scott. Now here's Burke. Defense is right there. Stolen by McCollum. Down low. Here's Labissiere. Poked loose.
Look, he had all the time in the world to get the jumper off. Maybe it was too much time.
The 76ers have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
And the first one drops. Scott hits them both. 5 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And here's McCollum for 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. C.J. McCollum, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Portland. He caused a lot of headaches with his defense that quarter. Coming up with steals again and again. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. The leadership mantle, something that Damian Lillard welcomes. He talked about what that means to him.
A lot of responsibility. When things go bad, you know, people are going to look to you first. You know, they're going to point the finger at you first. And when things go well, they're going to give you the credit. So I think it's just a balance of those two things, you know, being willing to be that guy and being excited about it. I think you got to have fun with it.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
I'll tell you what, when you allow them to speed up the tempo, there's a good chance you're going to fall behind.
Collins is the 4 with Nurkic in the middle. C.J. McCollum out there with Kent Bazemore. And it's Hood in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Now here's Burke. Launches it. Collins grabs the miss. And a wide open look for McCollum on the 3 off target.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know if he can just break through this cold streak, he can give you what you need.
Hood on the wing, defended by Scott. Hood can't get it to go. Here's Korkmaz. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. Korkmaz has got himself on the board with 3 there.
That's a good way to boost his three-point percentage. Take advantage of some soft defense.
Now a timeout called by Portland. Chris, when you played against a team that you had played on before, did you feel any extra motivation to do well against them?
Always. They always got the business. Whether it was I left Golden State and went to Washington, had to give them a triple-double and 40 there. Whether it was after I left Washington, had to come back and give them a triple-double.
Yeah.
And beat them bad and hug the crowd after. Oh, yeah, it's a lot of motivation. You definitely want to make sure you give your ex-team the business and make them regret, at least for, the 24 hours until the next game, that they let you go.
I love that thought process. That's fun. Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Embiid, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Harris comes in for Scott, and it's Ben Simmons in for Burke.
That was all about the assist. Great pass to set up the shot.
The 76ers trail by 5. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Brett Brown coached this Sixers team through some really lean years. Now, the promise started to show last season, but he said, I don't feel close to the notion that we've arrived. I'm hardened, just doing my job and moving forward. Kevin?
And continuing the process, D.A., thanks. Here's Bazemore after Ben Simmons' bucket, and he's good on the 3 ball. McCollum's got 12 in the game.
Great timing from McCollum. Outstanding at filling out the D and burning them with the catch-and-shoot jab.
Simmons passes to Embiid. Simmons trying to get open. Embiid, no good. Portland leading by 6. And here's McCollum for 3. It's hauled in by Harris.
This shot's it's not there right now with this team leading. Perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
A different look now for Portland. Pau Gasol has checked in for Collins. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Kent Bazemore. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Fades and shoots. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Inside, here's Lillard. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That one on Harris.
Look at the energy Lillard plays with. He doesn't give in to the defense. He's superb at scoring despite getting hit.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for the Trailblazers.
Mind the lane.
And Philadelphia also making a switch. Ennis is checked in. That free throw good from Lillard. One area that the Blazers struggled with last year was ball movement. They have a bad habit of going one-on-one too often.
Yeah, you might have to talk to the coach about that. The players fall into playing iso ball way too much. I mean, in the NBA era where passing and ball movement are king, the Blazers are falling behind, and it's costing them. They were last in the league in assists and second to last in total passes. And I just can't cut it.
Here's Lillard after the made shot from Joel Embiid. Nurkic, a chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Pass to Embiid from deep. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 4th assist in this one.
Look, Kevin, he's showing how dangerous he can be from there. Embiid's 3-pointer, it continues to look better over time.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 12. It's stolen by Ennis. And now Philadelphia on the break. Here's Harris. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
Well, throughout Harris's career, he has worked on building up his body, putting that added strength to good use on these tough finishes.
Lillard against Simmons. Portland no good that time either.
His scoring has not been there at all tonight. I mean, it tells you a lot about their team that they have the lead in them.
Ennis kicks to Simmons. Shot clock at 5. Here's Embiid. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is up and in. Embiid's got the game tied up here for the 76ers.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
To the left wing. Tolliver down low. Guarded by Harris, and the shot is good. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
Oh, not much you can do. At 7 feet tall, Nurkic uses his height to his advantage inside.
And Simmons kicks to Ennis. Back to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
And that's a play they'll run over and over, fellas, as long as he keeps working.
Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
One shot.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Whiteside's checked in for Portland. The 76ers have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
I mean, you got to love the skill set Simmons possesses. A nightly triple-double threat. He stuffs the stat sheet.
Lillard, the pass to Tolliver. Lillard scanning the floor. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
The future is bright for Lillard. Not only is he a scorer, but he's efficient, effective, and passionate about the game.
Chris, I don't think Damian Lillard will ever be accused of lacking confidence. He'll tell you about how great he is all the time.
And that isn't a knock. I mean, all top NBA players need to believe that. Lillard has said he feels he deserves to be all NBA. Sometimes it just feels like he's looking to be disrespected, and just so he can use it as motivation during the season.
Been an incredible scorer. His range and ability to create let him carry the load on offense, and has also stepped up as a vocal leader for this team, has grown into that role the last few seasons. And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And it's Ennis with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. And the 76ers call time here. And with Lillard and becoming a team leader, Greg, he's always been one to lead by example.
And when Lillard was the clear star of the team, players started to look at him as a mentor, or realize the kind of effect he can have on his teammates. And that led him to opening up, inviting them to dinner and hanging out. Wasn't something he took to immediately, but he has shown he can not only be a franchise talent on the court, but off the court as well.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. And stolen by Whiteside. Here's the break. Tolliver kicks to Whiteside. Pass to Trent. Lillard against Simmons. Lillard finds Gasol. A 3-pointer off the mark.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Now here's Ennis. Simmons inside. Covered by Lillard. Good. Simmons got 9 points in the quarter.
But if you thought the D was going to tighten up on him here in the second quarter, think again.
Simmons against Lillard. Poked loose. It's stolen by Ennis. Passes it to Harris. Unloads from 13. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Harris has got 11 points.
Oh, you love the use of the mid-range jumper from Harris. Just takes his time and makes sure he's in rhythm before releasing his shot.
Trent passes to Whiteside. Here's Trent. Lillard attacking. From 16 feet away, he cans it. Lillard's got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Horford. That shot off the mark. Gasol with the defensive effort. Lillard outside. And the pass to Trent. Knocked away. It's stolen by Ennis. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Damian Lillard.
Oh, look, he's almost 7 feet tall. Simmons is a tough guard. I mean, you got to be careful not to get too physical.
And that one misses.
Well, think back to when Ben Simmons was first drafted as the top pick in 2016. Everyone knew he could be a playmaker as a small forward. But really, he functions fully as a point guard when he's out on the floor.
And the 76ers making a change here. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Embiid. Mike Scott comes in for Harris. Josh Richardson's checked in for James Ennis. And it's Burke in for Al Horford. And Chris Simmons, a player that almost transcends the traditional basketball positions.
He's a playmaker, plain and simple. He has the height and vision and skill to line up anywhere. Simmons, he could be viewed as a generational talent when it's all said and done.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And Simmons slams it in.
Playing to his strengths on the offensive end. Simmons, I mean, an added bonus whenever he catches fire.
Portland trailing here. Here's Trent. Over in the corner, Gasol. Tolliver for three. No good on that one. And Philadelphia the other way now. Here's Simmons. And it's Portland with the rebound. Whiteside's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Here's Tolliver. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound.
Even that close to the bucket. That's a very tough finish in that kind of traffic.
And stolen by Whiteside. Tolliver, no luck.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
And the 76ers making a change here. Korkmaz is checked in. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter.
Come to me.
Now here's Burke, covered by Lillard. Burke kicks to Richardson. No good from outside.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
They get the rebound. Here's Whiteside. Nobody near Lillard. Bangs home the trifecta. Lillard's got 11 points.
Wow, what a sensational quarter from him. And as long as they have this lead, I'd keep going to him again and again and again and again.
Scooped up. Here's O'Quinn. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. They get Hassan Whiteside. The 76ers have shot 4 of 7 as a team from the line tonight. Several misses early. And he knocks down the first one. We'll see, Webb, there were a ton of huge personalities on this 76ers team, from the stars right on down to the rotation players.
Well, it starts with the Embiid. You know, he's talking junk out there. And think about the quiet swagger that Simmons plays with. This group genuinely get along, and they play for each other. The trials they went through to get here as a core, they should have all the confidence in the world.
And for Portland, they're shooting 41% from the field in the second quarter up to this point. Bazemore finds Hood. Now Labissiere hands the shot with nobody near him. Labissiere's got his second bucket of the night.
And when Labissiere goes right up with the shot off the pass, the D is toast. I mean, with this size and quickness, no one is blocking these shots.
And stolen by Hezonja. And here's the break. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Now, that's just the aggressiveness of transition, making sure they come away with points.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
One shot.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
The 76ers trail by 4. That's tipped. Richardson dishes to Burke. Back to Richardson. Outside, Scott. To the middle. And again, Philadelphia turns it over. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Tuesday, he'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Wednesday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns.
And looking at the Wizards matchup, on paper, you'd expect them to come away with the win, but this might be one of those trap games where they let it get away from them if they aren't focused.
Now here's Bazemore. 17 points for him last game against Golden State.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
Hood against Richardson. And O'Quinn kicks to Burke. O'Quinn, the pass to Burke. Back to O'Quinn. 6 on the shot clock. There's the triple. Collins grabs the miss. Trailblazers leading by 4. To the paint, poked away. Lets the 3 fly. That misses off the backboard.
You got to give the D credit there. It affected him. He didn't have much room to get the shot off.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Burke finds O'Quinn. Back to Burke. The 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Burke's got 6. Hezonja on the wing. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Burke. Another 3 for Philadelphia. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, it's a hard game so far. Going into the second half, what will you tell your team?
We just got to compete. You know, keep competing, trust each other, and make plays.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trailed by was 5. They couldn't hold on to the slim lead they had at the start of the second quarter and headed into the locker room with the game all knotted up. Shaq, how do you think the Trailblazers were playing?
Well, if you can't shoot the ball, you might want to stop chucking it up. They keep trying the 3, but it's not going down. They're relying too much on the 3 ball. Way too much. It's good when it's falling for you, but when it's not, you have to try something else.
And Kenny, your take on Philadelphia?
Well, I think to shoot a high percentage, the offense has to be in sync. And in the first half, those guys were sharing the basketball, playing for each other. Now it becomes a matter of being consistent at it.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And we welcome you back to a beautiful aerial view of the I-5 freeway as it flows over the Willamette River here in Portland, Oregon. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
Yeah, and sometimes you find yourself in a role you're not comfortable with, but his passing in the first half really was impressive.
Yeah, some of it is based on how the defense is playing you. He didn't force things. Instead, he rewarded his teammates.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. And so in the game for the 76ers, Joel Embiid out there with Kyle O'Quinn. Then there's Ben Simmons. Then there's Tobias Harris. And it's Richardson in at the shooting guard position. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, Kev, I mean, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, it is the era of positionless basketball, but how exactly did we get here? Well, new defensive rules at the turn of the century encouraged face-up scoring, motion-based offense, and guard play over isolation and post-ups. As a result, offensive roles have become more interchangeable.
It has become a positionless game now. David, thank you very much.
Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And Josh Richardson at the University of Tennessee was a pre-med student, plans on becoming a surgeon. But when the NBA became a possibility, he said he had to switch to an easier major.
And instead of spending 4 hours a day studying, he put that time into the gym. The terrific defender in college, was the 2-time All-SEC defensive player. And with the newfound focus on basketball, he has blossomed as a scorer.
Oh, a fantastic season a year ago for the 76ers. Think about it, 52 wins for them, and they secured the 3rd seed in the East. A far cry from where they were just a few seasons ago.
And the improvement for the 76ers happened so fast. Last year, the team went from the cellar to front runner.
When they got healthy, they got good. Having Simmons and Embiid for a full year, huge. I mean, they lost to the Celtics, but that's just part of the learning process for this group.
And he knocks down the first one.
And what I love about Lillard now, I mean, the excellence. He's so consistent. That's how you do it. You come out, you bust your butt, and you compete at a high level every night.
He hits both from the stripe.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
The 76ers trail by 4. Simmons on the wing. No good there. Great D that time from Nurkic. And for Portland, they're shooting from the field. 44%, not bad. McCollum kicks to Hood. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Poke loose, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard.
And checking out some numbers for Rodney Hood, his last 10 games, averaging 12 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
He hustles, does the little things, just a good complimentary guy who you need on your team.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 17. To the inside. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut back down now to 4 on the bucket from Joel Embiid. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. And the basket by McCollum.
Rock solid start for them. I mean, they're 3 for 3 since coming out of the locker room.
Simmons against Lillard. Simmons passes to Horford. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
How about Horford? They're showing the jump shot. More of a set shot, really, but at his size, he can get it off.
Simmons against Lillard. To the middle. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
A moment here to check out some of the stats for Joel Embiid. First in blocks, and he's truly a force around the rim, ranking among the top 5 in rebounds per game.
He has been a human highlight reel all season long. Clearly the best shot blocker in the game right now, and he has the numbers to back it up. First free throw is good.
McCollum is a natural leader, strong guy both in the locker room and on the court, a guy you want to build around.
And so McCollum nails both of them. And it's the 76ers with the ball. Pass to Simmons. Shoots over Lillard. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Portland leading by 6. Here's Hood. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Harris against Hood. Harris kicks to Embiid. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Pass to McCollum over Richardson. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The 76ers trail by 6. Harris against Hood. In the corner, it's Richardson. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. And there's the feed to Embiid. He can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Nurkic. Lillard at Titan.
Think about, Kevin, this talented 76ers team. Coach Brown helped shape and form the core of this roster. I mean, he's come up with the group much as they have grown under him.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And he makes the first.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
James Ennis, he'll check in for the 76ers. The free throw is good from Lillard. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. Trailing here by 8. Nurkic with the steal. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. McCollum with the ball. And Nurkic, the bucket on the assist by McCollum. 6 points for Nurkic.
And the touch Nurkic has inside. I mean, I love seeing him be aggressive and look to get his shot from there.
And the 76ers call time here.
Their goal was to limit their turnovers. I mean, they've wasted way too many possessions with giveaways.
Whiteside's checked in for Collins. While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games. 5th on the list, the 76ers.
really something to see. Their effort on the offensive glass has just led to so many second chance opportunities.
Now here's Ennis from 13, and he can't bank that one in. And Portland with the ball. They're on a 15-5 run here. Nurkic, the pump fake kept the D off balance and gave him room. And now it's a 12-point Trailblazer lead for Philadelphia. They've gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. And that one's good. Simmons.
Well, it's been a steady game for him, but he hasn't done enough to keep them from falling behind.
And here are the Trailblazers now. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Nurkic dishes to Hood. Teardrop shot, and the layup is good. Hood's got the lead up to 12 now for Portland.
Oh, look at the soft touch on the teardrop.
Inside, here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
It's easy to admire Embiid. I mean, the game seems to come so easy to the big fella, especially when it comes to dunking.
Pass to McCollum. He dishes it to Nurkic. This one for 3. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Yeah, but here's the problem. They play team ball. So if you pay him too much attention, that just leaves other guys open, and it's too difficult of an adjustment to make.
Horford, no luck.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Yeah, that won't go in the stat sheet. Close to getting the block, but really have the same effect.
And since they come out of halftime, they've been extremely poised and very efficient.
And don't forget, very accurate. Taking shots within the floor of the offense. Not something that can be said for their opponent.
Now here's Embiid. 13 points in the game. Clock at 6. Pulls up on the elbow. The 76ers need to get off a shot, and they pick up 2. Ennis has got his second bucket tonight.
Good at recognizing when the defense is overcommitted. I mean, Embiid is terrific at sharing the ball.
And Lillard kicks to Whiteside. McCollum outside. The dish to Nurkic. Lets a floater go. No good that time. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Ennis passes to Horford, and it's in there. Horford's got 4 points in the quarter.
Absorbing contact, finishing strong. I mean, Horford is more physical than some people give him credit for.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And last year, we saw what a full season of Embiid looks like. I mean, scary to think that this is just the beginning of his career. He looks like he can go down as one of the greats to play if he can stay healthy.
A different look now for Portland. Saul comes in for Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Kent Bazemore in for Hood. Philadelphia also making some changes. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Horford. Mike Scott comes in for Harris, and Trey Burke subbed in for Ennis. Now here's Bazemore. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. And Embiid has already made the jump from star to superstar.
And part of that is his personality. I think his game does speak for itself. Gives you everything you want from a center on both ends of the floor. Effortless athleticism and has incredible skill and touch for a player his size.
That's tipped and stolen by Lillard. And the slam dunk by Bazemore.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Yeah, guys, and the finish is the perfect capper. I mean, taking it all the way to the 10.
Now here's Embiid. 13 points in the game. And O'Quinn kicks to Simmons. 5 to shoot. And Simmons slams it in.
Wow. Taking whatever he sees in the pick and roll. Simmons, you got to respect how assured he is.
Trailblazers leading by 15. Lillard with it. He's got 18. Gasol finds Whiteside. Embiid with the steal. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. And that'll be his third foul so far. Here's Simmons. He's got 21. And Simmons slams it in.
Like whenever Simmons finishes with power off the drive, he'll make a poster.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Outside Gasol. And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Bazemore dishes to Gasol.
Let's take a look here at the stats for Scott. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's averaging about 7 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
He hustles, does the little things, just a good complimentary guy who you need on your team.
Free throw drops for Gasol.
And Gasol is a guy who can do a multitude of things well. I mean, he scores it, rebounds it, passes it, just an all-around talent.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Before last season, the NBA voted to restructure the lottery odds. See, Webb, you think the changes will promote, better competition?
More even odds for the bottom 5 teams. That's the way that it should be. The bad teams that should get the little bit of help that they're needed. And I do think that it promotes better competition. So I'm definitely happy with the way the NBA restructured the lottery odds.
Now here's Embiid. 13 points in the game. And stolen by Bazemore. Over in the corner, Lillard. Offline with his 3. The 76ers trail by 15. And now Philadelphia on the break. They grab their own miss. Burke can't get it to go. Portland's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Down low. Over O'Quinn. Gasol, no good. Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Fires from deep. Scott, good. Scott's got 5 now.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Trailblazers leading by 12. Lillard outside. Knocks it loose. And here is Scott. 5 points in the game. And the foul on Kent Bazemore. That's foul number 2 for him. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Collins is checked in. Josh Richardson's checked in for Philadelphia. Raul Neto comes in for Trey Burke. The pass to Scott. Over to the wing. Neto, the pass to Embiid. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
And Bazemore kicks to Whiteside. Collins dishes to McCollum. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball.
And a moment here to see the numbers for C.J. McCollum. 10th in scoring, and he's a flamethrower from distance. Top 10 in the league in three-point shooting.
And you noted it. His points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to.
Oh, he's a very active player who looks to score often. Embiid, phenomenal at finding all kind of ways to score.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 19. Bazemore on the wing. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Bazemore. Bazemore's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Neto finds Embiid. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
very difficult to deal with inside. I mean, once Embiid gets the positioning he wants, you almost have to foul him.
This is his first free throw of the game.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
Wow, it's all about the fun-loving personality of Embiid. It's just awesome. I mean, this guy likes to have fun on and off the court.
Good checked in for Pau Gasol. And the 76ers also making a change. Smith checked in for Raul Neto.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Basket counts. Bazemore's got 10 points.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Bazemore against Richardson. And he banks in the layup.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Trailblazers leading by 9. McCollum kicks to Hood. Right side against Embiid. Whiteside, good. Whiteside's got his third basket of the night.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
McCollum, no good. The 76ers trail by 11. Richardson the pass to O'Quinn. You can't get that one. Good work defensively by Whiteside. And here's McCollum for 3. And the Trailblazers another 3.
Love the game of McCollum. Not just great at dribbling the ball, but terrific at pulling up on the defense.
The shot missing. And so it's Portland with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels. And it's gotten them up big. And we'll be back with you shortly. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The 76ers trail by 14. Lillard and McCollum, the deadly backcourt pairing. Collins is out there with Rodney Hood. And it's Whiteside in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Terrific at penetrating inside. The mobility Simmons possesses at his size, amazing.
Here's McCollum. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. And it's Whiteside, that time on the assist by McCollum. McCollum's got his 7th assist in the game. Simmons against Lillard. Here's Horford, and finished off by Horford.
Oh, don't get in his way. Horford not to be denied when he gets in that close.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. 17 points was their biggest margin. McCollum outside. Whiteside with it. Working on O'Quinn. And it's blocked by O'Quinn. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. Richardson gets a wide open look. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got assist number 8 here in this one already. Trailblazers leading by 9. Now Lillard. McCollum outside. And another 3 for Portland.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taken advantage of a really tired defense.
Here's Simmons. Here's O'Quinn. And O'Quinn slams it in.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Give the loose D an assist on that one. Get a body on him.
Now here's McCollum. Collins wide open. He fires. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Richardson finds Simmons. Over McCollum. That one a little long.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
I'd love to hear his explanation of coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
And Whiteside sends it back. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Pass to McCollum. Back to Hood. Over Harris. Offensive rebound. Whiteside kicks to Collins. Hood against Horford. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. O'Quinn's got 8 rebounds in this game. Nurkic checked in for Portland. And Philadelphia calls time here. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
And he's in a complete groove right now. I don't think they can stop him altogether, but they at least need to make him work a little harder than he has been.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Brett Brown's huddle with his team. He told them flat out, we are turning the ball over too much, guys. We can't keep making the hero ball play. Slow it down, run the offense, and make the safe pass. Back to you, Kevin.
Now here's Hood, following the missed shot by Tobias Harris, and the basket by McCollum.
Another one. Man, he's just gotten into a great rhythm out there.
And part of this falls on the defense. I mean, you know he's hot. You'd like to force someone else to shoot the basketball.
Now here's Simmons. Good D by McCollum. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. He kicks to Lillard. Nurkic trying to get open. A second chance effort. Back to McCollum. Hood against Harris. Just 5 on the clock. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. That free throw good from Hood. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Both free throws good from Hood. And it's the 76ers with the ball. It's an 18-point game. Simmons passes to Richardson. High post Embiid to stop the drought.
This is why you must get Simmons out the paint, because he's fantastic when it comes to dunking.
For Portland, they've gone 4 of 8 in this 4th quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons. Trailblazers leading by 16. To the paint. Here's Nurkic. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Simmons on the wing. Back to Richardson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rodney Hood. That's his first foul. Portland on defense. Outside, Simmons. 5 to shoot. Shoots it up.
He's not the only one to blame for them being behind, but he hasn't helped their cause much.
Richardson, no luck. Got a piece of it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Three-pointer, Lillard, and the Trailblazers, another 3.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Hook shot. And Simmons with the nice bucket inside. Simmons got 12 points in just the second half. The Blazers on offense. They're on a 16-6 run. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Embiid against Nurkic. Here's Hood. Over Harris. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Here's Simmons. Collins grabs the miss. Trailblazers leading by 21. Right side Hood to the right side. Kicks it to Nurkic. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Simmons finds Richardson. Embiid wide open. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Shots like this demonstrate why people are excited about Embiid. I mean, he has no fear catching and shooting.
Lillard against Simmons. Here's Collins. Good work defensively by Horford.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim. They're going to be relying on him here late. I mean, just think about it. Hoping to come from behind, he just needs to keep doing what he's been doing.
Now, here's Lillard. Nurkic dishes to Lillard. And a wide open look for Hood. His 3-pointers off the mark. The 76ers trail by 19. Here's Richardson. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Richardson's got 5 points now this quarter.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Pass to Nurkic. McCollum outside. Collins dishes to Nurkic. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Horford. And for Yusuf Nurkic, you see the flashes of how dominant he can be in every game.
I mean, the potential is there, and he is working hard to find that consistency. I do believe he's noticeably better when he plays with an edge. He's more in tune with what's going on. You almost want to rile him up or do something to tick him off before every game to get the best out of him.
Free throw good, Nurkic. And with Yusuf Nurkic, the Bosnian center, he's so aggressive on the floor, he can be a fantastic player.
And fans always want more from Nurkic. I mean, they see the flashes of what he can do when he's active and aggressive. Nurkic himself knows that this is the case with him, and it's something he's trying to iron out.
And Simmons has got the ball here for Philadelphia. Passes to Richardson. Back to Simmons. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Simmons got 16 here in the second half. Trailblazers leading by 17. Lillard, the pass to Gasol. To the middle. Here's McCollum. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. And that's now 33 points for C.J. McCollum.
You got to appreciate the confidence in McCollum. Isn't scared of going down in the pinks amongst the trees.
Richardson kicks to Simmons. To the inside. Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Portland's gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. Embiid against Nurkic. Back to Lillard. The pass to Nurkic. 6 to shoot. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Nurkic. And that's now 35 points for C.J. McCollum. The 76ers trailed by 19. To the paint. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And the Trailblazers shooting in the fourth has been tremendous, 59%. Simmons against Lillard. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Gasol dishes to Nurkic. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Embiid.
You can't jump at the pump fake. Nurkic is too skilled at getting defenders up in the air.
The first one falls.
Still young with loads of upside. Nurkic is comfortable playing the enforcer. I mean, you can tell he wants to keep improving.
Collins checked in for Portland. Hassan Whiteside comes in for Rodney Hood. And both free throws good for Nurkic.
I like that he's playing with an edge here in the second half. I mean, he didn't get to the line once in the first half.
Timeout called the 76ers. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
Look, they can't leave him alone for a second on the perimeter. Not the way he's shooting the 3 tonight.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, C.J. McCollum.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
They'd lost 2 straight coming into this one, and he knew he needed to put his foot down. He's shown leadership tonight, getting them back on the winning track. And stolen by Hood. Collins kicks to McCollum. And McCollum with the slam.
He can score in a number of ways. I mean, he can burn you. He's an offensive powerhouse. Inside, outside, off the screen, off the curl, the pop back, the layup, the dunk, the 3. You name it.
No good from Simmons. Portland leading by 21. It's McCollum with the drive. It's hauled in by Richardson. To the inside, Harris. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game, now 6 for 10.
Whether it's inside or outside, Harris remains steady and ready to shoot the ball. He definitely has the trust of his teammates and coaches.
And it's Lillard missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rodney Hood. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. There's 1:54 left here in the 4th quarter. Simmons finds Richardson. Left side, Harris. Stolen by Collins.
Playing a little cornerback there. Anticipates the pass and jumps the route.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. No good on the free throw. Good on the second free throw. It's been a few years now since rules were put into place to curb the hack-a-shack strategy. See, Webb, do you think the NBA made the right choice in discouraging that style, that tactic?
You know, Kev, I'm torn on this one. I don't think so. I do think that the game would have gotten ugly, the pace would have gotten bad, but I think it would have been only a couple of years as players would have been embarrassed enough to improve their game. As I travel to different places, the one thing that's the difference between the United States and other places they can shoot free throws. Other places they just aren't at the park dunking and or hanging on the rim. They're actually shooting shots and skill sets and dribbling. And you know, I was at one time a terrible free throw shooter, and the embarrassment of not making them, missing them late in the games, not being able to be there for your team the way you want to. Oh, trust me, it's no better motivation than that. Not giving me a handicap and a crutch saying, oh, don't do it. I don't like the fact that they've tried to place a curb on the hack-a-shack strategy. My thing is get you in the gym in the offseason and make some free throws.
Here is Whiteside. After the made shot from Joel Embiid, Trailblazers moving the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. The offensive rebound. Cullen passes to Whiteside. Good work there as it goes. And the Trailblazers lead by 20.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Yeah, with a double-digit lead at this point, they can pretty much mark this one up in the win column.
Now here's Simmons. 32 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Goes up to the stripe. Here's Embiid. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And look at that, the massive size of Embiid, Kevin. He uses it well to cause problems for the defense.
Two shots.
That free throw missing. Good on the second free throw. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Whiteside kicks to McCollum. Inside. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Shot clock at 6. Puts it up from 15. Hood can't get it to go. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks a lot. Dame, you guys got off to a slow offensive start, but came back and got the win. What got going?
It wasn't the prettiest game. You know, we didn't shoot the ball well, but we just had to find ourselves. I think we did a great job of sticking with it. Some shots started to fall, and we was able to pull away.
And that ball goes in the basket, everything changes, right? Thanks, Dame. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.